All right, now for more on China's peacekeeping efforts, we're now joined by our reporter Han Peng for more details. Hello there, Han Peng. Well, as we all know that among the 5 permanent member countries of the UN Security Council, China is the biggest contributor of peacekeepers of UN. And China is also plays a major role in terms of funding the peacekeeping operations around the world. So would you please tell us first when China's peacekeeping efforts started and how it has developed over the years?
Yes, of course, Donian. China now funds 10% of the UN peacekeeping expenses, making the country the world's second largest contributor. But the country is relatively new to the effort. It first took part in 1990 when it deployed 5 military observers to the UN Truce Supervision Organization. In 1992, China officially established the peacekeeping troops and served its first mission for Blue Berets in Cambodia. In 2001, China joined the UN peacekeeping standby, meaning it is ready to send peacekeepers around the world whenever the UN calls for deployment. Last year, China sent its first established group military peacekeeping unit, an infantry battalion, to South Sudan. And the country is set to send an 140-personnel helicopter squad to Sudan's Darfur region at the request of the United Nations. Now, China's peacekeepers are seen throughout 9 countries and regions. The vast majority of them are based in West and East African countries. Those in Sudan and Liberia make up half of the country's peacekeepers. And let's put this into perspective. In 2003, China contributed around 260 UN peacekeepers. Now it's nearly 3,000, 10 times that many. And last year, President Xi Jinping said China will build an additional 8,000-strong peacekeeping standby force. Buning.
Right, Han Peng, as well, China makes big sacrifices in terms of peacekeeping operations. The country has lost peacekeepers this year alone. So tell us more about the sacrifices that China has made in terms of peacekeeping.
Yes, that's true. According to the military, there have been around 17 Chinese soldiers killed in the UN peacekeeping missions in the past 2 decades. Most of them were killed in war zones, but epidemic diseases and natural disasters have also claimed lives. In 2010, 8 Chinese peacekeepers were killed in an earthquake in Haiti. And notably, this July, 2 Chinese soldiers were killed during fighting between the government and rebel forces in South Sudan. The UN recognized China's sacrifice. UN Secretary General Ban Ki-moon said this July that he thinks that China plays a leading role in the UN peacekeeping operations and in combating epidemic diseases. Dr. Duni.
Indeed, a lot of sacrifices made and a lot of efforts made as well in peacekeeping by China in the UN peacekeeping around the world. Well, thank you very much, Han Peng, for telling us so much about China's peacekeeping efforts around the world.